Good morning, Unity Church of Raleigh, World Wide Web. It's so good to see your faces today and feel in this beautiful fall weather. Stand if you can and let's celebrate the day. One of our favorite songs, Take Up Your Spade.
Stay in that consciousness that you are the face of God, and I hold you in my heart. And let us open with prayer. Taking a deep breath in, just relax. Let go of all the activity of the morning. Breathe in, breathe out, and just allow yourself to relax into this present moment. And open up to the activity of God within. Feel the light of God, that light of wisdom, strength, the light of inspiration. filling every part of you. And moving into your heart center now, connect with that power of love, unconditional love, the love that unifies, harmonizes, lifts, heals, knows oneness, no beginning, no end. And as we connect to this light and love that is our very nature, feel it moving in and through you and as you out into this sacred space, lifting and holding each and every person that is here physically or virtually. And we see the light of God, the love that is our nature, moving out into our country, into our world, especially to the areas and to those beings that are experiencing pain and suffering, where there's war and famine, natural disasters. All beings held in the light and love that is God. And in this, we also see all world leaders with wisdom and compassion and empathy. And we envelop our planet Earth, and so it is. Amen. Well, good morning and welcome, everybody. And we have a routine that we do here, and I think it's more important than ever to just set that intention every Sunday like we do, that we are one, that we are interconnected, that what happens to you impacts me. And what I invite you right now to do is to look at your neighbor, wherever, could be in front of you, it could be next to you, behind you, and just see the divinity in each person. Say, the divinity in me sees the divinity in you. And when we say the divinity, what we are actually meaning is that we are one. We're all expressions. That is our spiritual nature. And so we want to honor that, remember that, and set our intention that this is important. And one of the things I want to share with you, can I hit the clicker for 1 minute? Let's see. Oops, there we go. Thank you, Emily, and she moved it back. Okay. So yesterday I was at it's the Universal Peace Federation, and they had a luncheon. What this is an organization. I'm gonna do a cheat sheet here. It's a global network of individuals and organizations dedicated to building a world of peace in which everyone can live in freedom, harmony, cooperation, and prosperity. Peace is not simply the absence of war or a term that applies only to the relationships among nations. Peace is an essential quality that should characterize all relationships. It's also an organization that's associated with the UN, and I was acknowledged here. This is a certificate, Ambassador for Peace, that they gave to me, because the woman who runs this regional part of the organization, her name is Sharon, and she was on our team for the interfaith communications for peace and reconciliation. So that's really where this comes from. So I just wanted to share it with you because it's kind of an exciting honor to do this. And it is something that is definitely speaking to me, which is also why we're working with the Book of Joy from the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, because what it is saying to me is that this is the time that we want to, we need to be the peace that we want to see. We need to be the change we want to experience. If we want a world where each person is able to be respected and spoken kindly to and have the basic human needs that we require as human beings, we are the ones that need to step up. So that is really what this invitation is all about to me. So that is what I wanted to share with you this morning. And I also just want to mention that on this very same note, Unity, the Unity organization, you know, we are part of a bigger organization, and they put out a statement, and it's a statement for freedom and faith. And we have copies of it. I think, oh, you have it. Thank you. Oh, can I look at it then? Thank you so much. Unity Worldwide Ministries and Unity Worldwide Headquarters, we have two different divisions. In November, we may have one. There's going to be a vote to see if we come together. But they did a joint unity statement on freedom, love, and the call to courage. So this just kind of says everything that we've been talking about here. It's really, you know, sometimes people say, oh, are you going to go political? To me, this isn't political, and that's really what they say in here also. This is a spiritual crisis. This is a spiritual crisis, because what we're really saying here is that our principles of love, of caring about each other, these are the things that Jesus taught, right? He walked among the marginalized. We had the parable about the Good Samaritan. You don't just walk by somebody that is in pain and suffering. So you might, if you want, you can pick this up, and we're going to put this on our website. So this is who we are, and it just all of this ties in with the organizations. And one of the things I'm hoping is that we can continue to get as a group involved with other interfaith movements and work together with them to make what we want to do here even stronger. To me, it's all about finding a voice. So, welcome, and we'll sing again.
Let's sing about it. All right, my friends. Stand if you can. It's a song of affirmation and remembering who you are, what you have, and what you can do, love. All right, what is mine to do? Yes. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. Right now, I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. Right now, come on, sing it. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. Right now, I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. Right now, last time I said free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. Right now, I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. Right now, I said I'm free, I am free, I am unlimited right now. Right now, last time I said I'm free, I am unlimited right now. Sometimes you gotta affirm that thing. You gotta put your foot down on it and be free, my friends. Amen.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. I'm Nancy Davison. I'm the platform leader this morning. Let's set our intention today, our statement of faith. Together, please. There is only one presence and one power in my life in my life and affairs, God the good. The daily word reading today is on hope. Hope lifts me up when the world weighs me down. Poet Emily Dickinson described hope as the thing with feathers that perches in our soul. These words fill me with hope when life feels heavy and the mood is low. Hope is so much more than wishful thinking. It's a light in the darkness, a whisper in the silence, a shelter from this life's storms. Even if I struggle to muster the faith that has a troubling time, Even as I struggle to muster the faith that a troubling time will end, I can find hope that tomorrow will be brighter. Keeping positive expectations that for a brighter future buoys me in the presence. Hope helps me remain present to the world as it is, while working toward the world as I hope will help to create. The scripture for today, Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that you may be abound in hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. The affirmation, I open my heart in a spirit of compassion. Now some music from the AHA Band. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Are we talking about joy this morning, Ellen? Are we? Okay, well. Can't have any joy without any light, all right? Yeah, all right. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Come on, let it shine on all night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on now and let it shine. Come on, let it shine on all night and day. We all got a light inside. People, how can we survive if we don't let it shine on all night and day? You know the world is dark with fear. People scared to let you near. They need you to shine on them all day. People, let your light shine. Come on out, let it shine. Come on, let it shine on all night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Come on, let it shine on all night and day. Sunrise, let your love fill your eyes, yeah. Let it shine on all night and day. Moving like a river flows, we can make the feeling grow. If you'd only shine on all night and day. Let your light shine. Come on now, let it shine. Come on, let it shine on all night and day. People, let your light shine. Come on
Thank you so much. That was a beautiful song. And that is what our invitation is, right? To let our light shine. Isn't that even what Jesus said to us? He said, I am the light and you are the light. Let your light shine. Whoops. Okay. So today what we're doing is we're talking about finding joy in a troubled world. Insights from wisdom. And one of the things that this book that we're using as our guide in this series that we're doing is the Book of Joy, Finding Joy in a Changing World. And it is by the Dalai Lama and by Archbishop Desmond Tutu. So these are two spiritual leaders and moral leaders. And these are discussions that they had at I think it was right before Archbishop Desmond Tutu ended up passing away. He had cancer and it had come back already when they were meeting to do this talk. And before they sat together with an author who was the person who put this book together, they sent out questionnaires around the world asking, where do you think you need to see more joy? What is your questions about joy? And one might think, how do I find joy? All those kind of things, with challenges in my personal life. But the main question was, how do we find joy with so much pain and suffering going on in the world around us? That was the number one question. How do we find joy in a troubled world? And there's so much going on in our world right now. There's hot spots all over the place. There's just changes that can feel sort of like a hurricane. Whoop. Then shortly later, whoop, another big change and stuff like that. So this can set us off balance, right? How many of us like change that comes constantly, right? I used to joke that my husband liked everything he liked to do the same thing over and over, and I always say, oh, my dog Molly likes the same thing. She likes to go, in the morning we go out, we always go this way in the morning, and then in the late afternoon we go this way. And I always say, oh, you're just like your father. You just, you just have to have everything always the same way. And I used to think I was like Miss, opening up for change and all this adventure and everything else. And I may have been much more that when I was younger. But now I realize that, you know what? I don't like things too different, radically different myself. When 2 years ago, when my husband did pass away, and I felt like my whole life kind of changed, and it was like, all right, now change everything, do it all differently. It was like, are you kidding me? I don't want this. The resistance went up. And it took me months to relax some of that resistance. It took a year to actually get past some of the things like, are you kidding? Now I've got to do my own cooking and shopping and pay the bills and take care of myself and grow up at this point in my life. How's this working out? How's this fair? So I always thought I was very easygoing and flexible, but finding out that I'm not quite that person anymore. Because we all change too, right? Which is just the nature of life. We all change. So how do we navigate through a troubled world? Or through personal troubles? It could be that too. If you're finding that you've got, I'm talking to different people in our congregation, and I can tell you that I'm not the only one that has gone through periods that are very tumultuous. There are those of us here that are facing challenges right now. They could be health challenges, they could be relationship challenges, they could be financial challenges. Life changes. So what are we talking about when we say finding joy? Does that mean that we just like laugh our way through it? Well, that is one of the antidotes. To not take it so seriously. See if you can laugh your way through it. But that's not the heart of what we're talking about with joy. What we're talking about with joy is that it isn't about outer circumstances. It's being able to shift our perspective and come into our true nature, where within us we have this joy. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is an attribute of God. To just feel joy-filled, to feel this sense of hope. We read this beautiful daily word on hope. And the Archbishop Desmond Tutu talks about that. And we'll be going into that a little bit more. But joy is really one of the attributes of God because it is an absolute. And that is what we talk about with the attributes of God. And we, as children of God, have all of these attributes within us as well. So to find joy wherever the challenges are surfacing is to become still and connect to the inner divine nature that is within, where we can connect to these attributes. And where we sink in and we just let go of appearances, let go of circumstances, and we know the truth that with God all things are possible. We know the truth that we can shine our light. The light is always there. We may have to do a little work, getting rid of some of the blocks for the joy, some of the blocks to shine our light. But it is always there and always available to us. We get to choose. We get to wake up. And this whole journey, in fact, one of the things that the Dalai Lama talks about in the earlier part of the book is, and we talked about this, I think, at the very beginning of this journey, is setting your intention. Because what is our purpose? I always say our purpose is to wake up. And his is, our purpose is to grow spiritually, which is kind of the same thing. Wake up to the truth of who I am, that I am divine. I am a divine being, and I am the very expression of God. So while we go through this next little period here of what they're inviting us to understand, I'm inviting us to look at what unity invites us to say, which is that our principles, that God is absolute good. And both Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu refer to that over and over in this book, that the inherent human quality is goodness. Our inherent nature is goodness. It cannot be anything but if we are made in the image and likeness of God, and we claim God is absolute good. One presence in the universe and in my life. We just affirmed it. One presence in the universe and in my life, God the good. And so that's the first unity principle. But the second unity principle is that I am that very expression of God. Because I'm not separate. God isn't up here, out here, this being. You know, in that group that we were with, it was really interesting because we had a lot of people we had several speakers, and we had somebody from China talking about the oppression of religious oppression, because this was really focusing on an interfaith, a religious thing, religious oppression in China. We had a man from Japan, saying, you probably don't realize the oppression that's going on in Japan right now. We tend to think of Japan more like us, as more of a Western-style civilization. But he said, tremendous tremendous repression in Japan right now. We had somebody talking about Nigeria and all of the what's going on there. All around the world, we have different areas of repression. But one of the things I think is so important is the idea that was unifying us all is, how do we find a voice against it? And these representatives that were from these different countries, the man was from China and the other was from Japan. We had somebody else who lived in Nigeria and was now here. They were giving voice to the oppression. And that is what this book invites us to explore throughout the whole journey, finding our voice. And so we find our voice, to me, as this expression of God, right? Are we just supposed to work inside ourselves and not shine our light out? We have to shine our light out. We have to express this unconditional love. For us, we here in Unity, we do look at Jesus as our way shower. That's what we call him. We don't say, oh, he is this one and only begotten Son that came here and died for our sin and salvation. That's a traditional idea of a redemptive theology. What we say is Jesus invited us to a whole new perspective of oneness. The Father and I are one. A whole new in that love, loving God, loving each other, loving our enemy, taking the splinter, it's pointing at the splinter in someone's eye, but taking the log out of our own first. Walking, you don't walk past the person that's beaten up on the street. The Good Samaritan stops and doesn't just stop and say, "Are you okay down there?" I got a kind of an appointment I've got to get to. I hope you're going to be all right. No, he picked him up. He took him to the inn. He took care of him. That's why I say where we are right now is not political. It is spiritual. It is a human invitation to remember our oneness, to remember what we affirm and have been doing for the whole year, that what happens to you impacts me. So the first step was set your intention. And our intention is to wake up, to grow spiritually. This is our purpose in this human form, even if it comes with pain and suffering. And that is what the Buddha said, right? Life is pain and suffering. But we have lessons in how to reduce that, how to let go of resistance. What I'm clinging to and resisting is where my pain and suffering will abide. And as soon as I can sort of let go, and again, one of the things I just want to mention as we go through this information is, it is counterintuitive because we think we've got to hold on to what we have, right? I have to hold on. I have to hold on to my money. I have to hold on to my health. I have to hold on to my whatever. And what we're invited with the spiritual practice is to let go. It works, everything works counterintuitive. To let go, to shift my focus. So one of the things that the Dalai Lama, and we talked about this already, was talking about shifting our focus, our perspective, so that we don't stay focused on me. Okay, the troubled world. Maybe I'm fearful about all the things that are going on. How's this going to impact me, right? Am I going to end up in trouble, meaning losing something that I have or not getting something that I think I need? Right away, that can trigger a lot of fear, can it? Just think about that. Am I going to lose something I have? Or I need something I'm expecting to get, I'm not going to get it. So how do I stay anchored in this joy, in this sense of peace and calm, regardless of what's happening out here. And his first suggestion was shift your perspective away from the small self. What's going to happen to me? And take a wider view. Take a wider view and realize this isn't just happening to me. This is happening to a lot of different people. And that as I shift to this wider perspective, it increases my ability to recognize our interconnectedness, because it starts to allow me to feel compassion, to allow me to grow in empathy, to allow me to see that I can let go of the grip on how it has to be, and instead just know and say, I can do what I can do. I can do what I can do. And that can be prayer, that can be service, that can be all sorts of things. As I give, I receive. So the first quote, when asked about this, how do you live through it, the Archbishop Desmond Tutu said, you show your humanity by how you see yourself, not as apart from others, but from your connection to others. Through this whole book, to me, it's always about doing my inner work. How do I stay anchored in transformation, inner transformation? Unity is very good with that, right? To me, that's a big success in all of their teachings. How do I discover my divinity? Charles Fillmore wrote all about the 12 powers to help us better understand what that even means inside of us. And prayer is about transformation. It's not about the need. It is about connecting to the divine nature that we are so that we can express more God. So unity is great there. But both of these two spiritual giants don't stop there. In any one of the chapters, every single chapter goes on to say, and then you give it away. And then you have to pour it out. You have to pour it out. And one of the things that they talk about is the Archbishop Desmond Tutu was talking about his journey with apartheid. And he was saying that, yes, we have to pray. And let's start there, a reminder. One of the things I had mentioned to you before, in their sense of humor, the Dalai Lama was saying that he woke up at 3 o'clock every day because he needed 5 hours of prayer. And so Archbishop Desmond Tutu laughed and said, I could never do that. I could never do 5 hours of prayer. He goes, I only need 4. So, so these two men anchor their mornings in prayer. The Desmond Tutu talks about staying in that prayer consciousness throughout the day. Okay, so how do we start waking up? We start by connecting to that inner divine nature that we are. And as we do our own personal transformation, because we all know that, I'll talk about peace. You cannot have peace. You can't give what you don't have, can you? You can't give money you don't have. If I reached in my pockets and I had no money in there, I can't give money. Well, you can't give love if you are blocked up in your ability to love. You can't give love. If I'm so busy judging, comparing, criticizing, seeing the differences, the separateness, being afraid, all of those kind of things, how can I love unconditionally? That was Jesus' invitation to us. Loving your enemy. Okay, here's a good one. Think right now of somebody, and this could be your political story, somebody that really triggers you. I don't know if anyone has any triggers, But if you do, think of somebody who's triggering you. And now, think of them as someone you love. I see someone laughing back there. It's not easy. It's not easy. That's why this has to be a practice. And there's so many different tools that they're offering us to help us get to this place. Because our human nature is about the small self. Our human nature is, I have to feel safe and secure. This is what I need. This is what I want. That is our small self. When we're invited to come into this oneness, when we're invited to love unconditionally, we're invited to do something that is bigger than who we are as a small s. In unity, we say it's the large S. It's the truth of who we are, that oneness, that divine nature that is in each and every one of us. So we show our humanity by remembering our oneness. That is what he's inviting us to do. It's not enough that I'm okay. I have to remember that if others are in pain and suffering, then I need to have a voice. I have to do what I can do. It doesn't mean I have to go out and try to save the world, but there are steps that I can take on a daily basis. Prayer, meditation, not getting caught up in fear and anger. That was what mental immunity, practicing to hold our consciousness without all of this fear and negative energy and emotions. That was one of the tools the Dalai Lama introduced. We would call it in unity denial and affirmation. We don't stay focused on all of our negative energy. That's the denial. This has no power over me, right? We recognize it. And one of the things that makes what these two men do in this book that makes them so human is that the Archbishop has said, I weep all the time. I weep all the time. Because he's loving. He's got his heart open. These steps to help us understand compassion and oneness break our hearts open. We come out of our head. If we're only up here, we're not going to be connecting. Love comes from the heart center. Love needs us to be vulnerable, to break our heart open. And the more we look and shift our perspective to that wider view and recognize and see what's going on in the world, the more we build this open-hearted way of loving unconditionally. The Dalai Lama says, bad events make the news while countless daily acts of kindness and care go unnoticed. We need a holistic view of the world, acknowledging the bad, but also recognizing the overwhelming presence of good. So the next time we're listening to the news, and you just feel bombarded with, this war is happening over here, this starvation is happening over here, this genocide is happening over here, this is our government is shut down over here, this is happening over here. You could feel overwhelmed because the news tends to focus on the negative, doesn't it? And it's kind of fear-based to get us all nervous and anxious and everything. Not to say that those other things aren't happening. But if we just are focused on that, then it just builds this concern. Our brain is wired. Fight or flight, security, safety. That's how our human brain is developed. They're telling us when we hear this, we want to be holistic. We want to bring balance in because we do have, look, I went to that place where there were all these people talking about peace and caring about what was happening all around the world. This is an organization that is associated with the UN. And in what they're doing is they want to have a separate thing about peace. How do we be ambassadors for peace represented in the UN? You've got the Doctors Without Borders, you've got all these, humanitarian aid organizations that are going into these areas of conflict. You've got your local person who is making sure when we've got homeless situations or other things that food is available. Do you remember when we had COVID and things were shut down and we had people came in their cars? Remember that? And we're picking up bags of groceries and everything. This is what he's trying to say, is that the inherent nature of man is good. It is dramatically good. And that as we step into being that voice, taking that step, regardless of whether we think, it doesn't have to be on the world platform. It can be right in your neighborhood. Caring about your neighbor. Being kind. Speaking lovingly. Not walking past something that is wrong. We have to be, it isn't enough to sit on the mountaintop. Jesus walked among the marginalized. We have to contemplation and action. We have to do our own countless daily acts of kindness. So here's hope. Archbishop Desmond Tutu says, hope is a proactive and courageous stance against the challenges of the world. Hope is not based on feeling. So here we are again. We're not getting into the emotion of things. Joy wasn't about, I have to have wonderful things happening in my life. Joy is a state of consciousness within. Hope is deeper. It isn't based on feelings, but on the firm ground of conviction. It is deeper and very, very close to unshakable. Hope sends us into the arms of others. See? They never stop with inviting us to engage with each other. It is at the heart of what they're talking about. Inner transformation requires us to care. Inner transformation requires us to love unconditionally. It throws us into the arms of others. Hope, to me, with God all things are possible. That is a very simple definition of hope. With God all things are possible. And this is a time when we can hold on to hope. It might seem like everything is blowing up in all different areas, and yet it is a proactive. That's really one of the interesting things, because the Dalai Lama talks about this. He talks about peace is not passive, that peace is an active word. It's a verb. Peace is action. Peace is action. It isn't passive. So here's his invitation. You don't just say, I won't listen to the news. Here's a good solution. She was talking about all those things on the news. I just won't look. I'll pretend it doesn't exist. That's passive peace. Unfortunately, that kind of passive peace stays with the small s, ourself. We're protecting ourself, but are we making a change in the world? Does that peace have any energy around it? Or is it something that I'm just holding on to, clinging? It's gonna be hard to hold on to that kind of peace, because as long as I'm clinging, I'm gonna be in fear, I'm gonna lose my peace. It has to be poured out, because that is what enables me to grow, to expand, to love unconditionally. It is breaking my heart open that I not only change, but I send out this energy. Remember we were talking one time about vibrational energies. Emotions have vibrations to them. And fear, anger, apathy, they are all low vibrations. Where we put our thoughts and feelings, though, is what is going to manifest. So if I'm constantly running around angry, fearful, depressed, I'm adding to that energy. The higher vibration is love, peace, enlightenment. These are the higher vibrational emotions. They have the energy to lift. So if I'm staying in this and practicing, I didn't say we have to be perfect. Archbishop Desmond Tutu in the book says sometimes he gets so angry. He told this story. It was around the time that Nelson Mandela apartheid was already being broken apart. So they were going to have their first set of democratic elections, and Nelson Mandela was out of prison, and there was this other man, Chris Hines, and he was a young man, and they thought he was going to be the natural successor to Nelson Mandela. Everybody was all excited. Here we were, they were going to have these elections and everything, and he's assassinated. And the people became angry. And and the Archbishop Desmond Tutu says the same thing. He goes, I felt the anger they all felt at this injustice. And he said, you need to be appalled when it is injustice. You cannot just say, I'm going to stay in such a state of peace. You need to be appalled. It's okay to say, I'm angry. But then we don't stay there. So he wept. He was always crying, which I love, because that tells me he's connected with that heart center all the time. So he goes to where all the people are, and he now has shifted. But he said, I identified with them. I wasn't coming to speak down to them about anything. I was in the same place as them. But he was always, always advocating for nonviolence. He was always saying that you cannot have peace unless you have done your inner work and you are at peace. We will not have peace if there's anger and hatred. Violence begets more violence. In fact, he was saying, yes, there is a theory, an eye for an eye. He said, and if you continue thinking an eye for an eye, you're going to have a blind world before it's over. So he goes to the group and he's praying. And then Nelson Mandela gets up and he speaks beautifully, and the whole thing is transformed. The white leader who had been the president up until that moment, this was the first democratic election, remember, he spoke lovingly and kindly. They went on to have the election, and they went on to create this truth and reconciliation where there was all sorts of focus on forgiveness, which is where we're going now. So forgiveness is the only way to heal ourselves and be free from the past. Forgiveness is a major, major theme as well. We cannot move forward with an open heart if it is hardened with holding on to resentments. They cite these situations that, from the apartheid stories, the segregation stories, the abuse, and in this time of truth and reconciliation, the mother of, there were several mothers. One mother in particular was the spokesperson, and these had lost sons in violence. And so the perpetrators of the violence were there asking for forgiveness, because that's what this whole truth and reconciliation was. It was to look at what had happened. We don't bury it. We have to look at it, and then we have to allow ourselves to forgive. And so He says the man who had done these atrocities walks in, and the mother at first takes off her shoe and throws it at him. They had to take a break and calm down. But then when they came back, she said, "My child." She said that to the man who had killed her son and others, and the other mothers were there. "My child, I forgive you. I forgive you." What they say is that these acts, if we can understand and hear about them, they teach us what we can do. They demonstrate to us what we can be. If an extreme story like this happens, and I heard the same things with the atrocities, the genocide in Rwanda on a PBS radio story, and the man couldn't believe the woman whose family had been killed was that she was saying, "I forgive." Now, they go on, Archbishop Desmond Tutu says, it's not forgive and forget. It doesn't mean that the person doesn't have to be punished. It doesn't mean that justice doesn't have to happen. It's not forgive and forget. But it is forgive and let go of your judgment, of your holding on to that pain and suffering, because that's what keeps your heart closed. You can't weep and feel the love and know this oneness with a closed heart. So I'm going to have to wrap this up, but I really wanted to touch on this. This is a Buddhist practice, so we're going to end here. Tonglen. It is Buddhist practice that involves breathing in the suffering of others and breathing out peace and healing. Its purpose is to cultivate compassion. So it does all the things that we were talking about. What it's going to do is it is going to allow us to shift out of the small me, no my, no mine, into this larger consciousness of oneness. So this is what it's like. So I'm going to invite you, and then we'll do this as our meditation. So I'm going to invite you right now to close your eyes. We're going to do this Tonglen exercise together. So I invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Let's relax and get ourselves centered. And if you want to think about a situation that's going on in the world that really has you disturbed, if it's a leader or just a situation, whatever it is, it could also be something personal if you're feeling fine about everything else, something you're fearful about. And now, as we take our breath in and out, we center ourselves in this present moment. And now I want us to focus on breathing in the anger, the fear, the sense of separation, the injustice. We breathe that in, and we allow it to be transformed as we breathe out love, peace, freedom. We breathe in the troubles in the world, the pain and the suffering. We breathe it in and allow it to break our hearts open. Allow it to transform us. We take it in and we give out the light of God, unconditional love that we are. We release and express the God that we are. And now we'll take this into our meditation as we listen.
Listen, listen, listen to my heart's song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart's song. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. Listen, listen, listen to my heart's song. 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 I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. I will never forget you. I will never forsake you. Listen, listen, listen to my heart's song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart's song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart's song. Listen, listen, listen to my heart's song.
Let's take another breath in. Breathe it out. Move around in your chair and open your eyes when you're ready and return back to this room. So, how was that experience? A little bit different for most of us, right? I don't know, has anyone practiced this Tonglen meditation before? Okay. Well, it's something for us to remember as another way for us to bring peace and love into the world. And now it's time to shift gears and bring our usher up. This is the time we get to practice. We did the practice of taking in and giving, taking and giving. And now we're going to do giving and receiving. Whew. All right. So we're shifting our focus one more time. This is our opportunity now to give generously. Let's just use a word that I grew up on in Unity with my old minister, Reverend Jim Rosemergy. He used to call it radical generosity. Anyone heard of that? Radical generosity, which is a spiritual practice. Just when you think, oh, I can give this little bit, what happens if you give a little more? Pushing our level of comfort. So let's practice radical generosity today. Take out your love offerings, and for those of you that are joining us virtually, you too can enjoy this wonderful practice. And just by going to our website, pressing our PayPal button, or a button and pay the donate button, send a check. And I just want to remind us all that we have this convenient 3G program. You call the church office, you tell her your credit card, the amount, and the date, and then it happens once a month. And you can change that, move that, whatever you want to do. It's not concrete, but it makes it easy. You don't have to remember to bring your purse. So let's say our affirmation together now. Divine love flows through me, blessing and multiplying all that I am and have, and all that I give and receive.
And good morning, everyone. Let's bring a little joy to the world. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. Never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. Always had some mighty fine wine. Singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls now.
So joy to the world. Let us bless our love offerings. I invite you to close your eyes now and join me in this prayer of gratitude, this prayer of appreciation. We say thank you. Thank you to all of you that chose to support, that chose to dig into your pocketbook, into your purses, and offer this gift of love that supports and allows us to be here together as we love and support each other. And we say thank you for the blessings that just flow so freely. Divine ideas, joy, peace, that we can be this expression of peace. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so now we have Nancy is going to tell us what is going on. Nancy, we're going to find out what's happening because we have a lot of things happening here at Unity Church of Raleigh. You know what? I'm going to start with the first slide. Can you put the first one up while... Oh, nope. I won't start with that slide. Okay. I thought it was something else.
First, we have October birthdays, Halloween birthdays. Thank you. Halloween birthdays. Who's got a birthday in October?
October birthdays. There we are.
Got a few of them.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, October babies. Happy birthday to you.
One of the things that was not in the announcements to begin with is Ellen's class on metaphysics will begin on the 14th of October.
Come on, baby, into the mic.
I'm not getting it? Okay.
Come on.
All right, thank you. The 14th of October, those classes will begin at noon on Tuesdays. Reverend Annie will be giving a talk next Sunday on the 12th of October that tells us about the unity power of zeal, which also gets us in touch with the feeling of joy and enthusiasm. So that class will be given for an hour from 12 to 1 o'clock. The ticket sales for our Halloween party are coming up, so look forward to that. Begin thinking about whether or not you want to wear a costume and really get into the spirit of things. We need help with people who want to do the chili cook-off. There will be a raffle at $1 per choice for the raffles, and we always have a variety of things that people enjoy seeing. So start thinking about things that you might want to raffle. Talk with Betty Surrey about that.
Nancy, Sharon's selling tickets today.
Yes, got that here. Tickets are $20 a person. So go ahead and buy your tickets so we know how many people to expect to come. We look forward to being there and having a fun evening. It's always a lot of fun. Lifeline Screening Association will return on Tuesday, October 28th. That's near the end of the month, from 8 to 5. Check our website and RSVP for cardiovascular and stroke screenings. We might think we're in good shape, but sometimes it's helpful to get confirmation about that, so be sure to consider coming. Our church library is opening to everyone and is completely free. Browse our collection, borrow a book anytime. You can also do donations and give those to Stephen. He's doing a good job of keeping this program active and alive. Also, if you haven't thought about it, we have meditations every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock in the meditation chapel room. So you might consider coming a little bit early and joining whoever is doing the meditation that day for a refreshing silence. and understanding a connection with our Lord. Our core outreach project this October is our beloved Coats for Kids. Keep that more in the front of your mind. We have a few coats over there. We sure could use a whole lot more. We got an awful lot of kids that are facing fall. We never know how cold it's going to be. But we sure don't like to see those children shivering in the cold. So consider looking to see what you have, either lightly used that you can donate or what you can pick up on sale. Even a thrift store sometimes has really nice coats available that don't cost very much and are in really good shape. So please keep those children in mind. Get that done. Sharon is saying that there's some free stuff out in the hallway where the old library used to be. They've been cleaning out spaces and organizing things. There might be something there that you'd like to have, and just help yourself. I hope you take a look. And for more details on any of these programs, look at unitychurchofraleigh.com. The Holistic Wellness Center will continue with the Tai Chi classes Monday mornings at 10 and evenings at 6. Yoga is on Wednesdays at 10. The Caregiver Support Group will meet next Sunday afternoon at 4:30 via Zoom. It's a nice experience if something is troubling you with someone you're caring for. If you yourself need just a little extra attention, feel free to join that group. The Body Flow Sound Bath is always a very pleasant experience, and it'll be Thursday, October 9th at 7 o'clock, so consider coming by for that. That's, of course, only in person. HolisticWellnessCenter.org for details on that program. I hope you'll join us. Any youngsters here today? I see one back there.
Yes, we do. We'd like to give our blessing for our youth. We love it when we have children in our midst. So if we could all just give our energy to this fabulous young man. I used to say when I first came that having my kids here was the blessing, more for them than it was for me. Let us bless them. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Nancy. A lot going on, all of which you can find on our website. So just tune in and join in where you're encouraged to do so. So now it's time to do our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us.
The light of God surrounds us.
The love of God enfolds us.
The love of God enfolds us.
The power of God protects us.
The power of God protects us.
The presence of God watches over us.
The presence of God watches over us.
Wherever we are, God is.
Wherever we are, God is.
And all is well.
And all is well.
And now let's stand and sing our peace song.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyful guide. Take my hand and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
So I invite you to remember when you go out from here is that, yes, peace begins with me, and I get to choose to make this peace active, and so it is. Amen.
Amen.
Let's do our prayer circle. Unity was founded on prayer, and we believe in this power of prayer. So we have a fabulously powerful prayer team These are prayer requests that have come in. And anytime that you have a prayer request, you can call the church with your prayer request. Melanie responds with absolutely beautiful prayers. They come here for the next 7 days while our prayer associates pray with the divine idea behind that challenge. And then it goes on to silent unity for another 30 days. That you're held in prayer. That's hope. That's that's the comfort that hope offers. With God, all things are possible. So let us do our prayer practice now, knowing that the need is not the vehicle for God to express. The need points us to God. We shift our focus away from the need and open to the activity of the Spirit within.